If your routine is healthy, but you feel more wired, more impatient, and somehow more tired, that is not a personality flaw. It is often a stress signal. A lot of people build a perfect-looking routine and accidentally turn it into a second job. The body does not grade you on effort. It responds to load. Stress is not just emotional. It is also physical and behavioral. Too much intensity, too little recovery, not enough food, constant tracking, and a packed schedule can all push the same stress systems. And the tricky part is that the routine still looks disciplined from the outside. So the goal here is simple. Spot the warning signs early, before you burn out, get injured, or start feeling anxious around your own habits. We are going to walk through the most common red flags that your healthy routine is raising stress, and what a calmer, more sustainable version usually looks like. Because the healthiest routine is the one your nervous system can actually live with. Moving to slide 2. First warning sign. Your resting state changes. You wake up already alert, not refreshed. Your mind starts listing tasks before you even get out of bed. A simple way to think about it is sympathetic versus parasympathetic. Sympathetic is the mobilize mode. Heart rate a little higher, breathing a little shallower, thoughts a little faster. Parasympathetic is the recover mode. Digestion, repair, calm focus. When a healthy routine is too aggressive, you can get stuck leaning sympathetic. You might notice you need more caffeine to feel normal, or you feel tired but strangely restless at night, or small things irritate you more than they should. This is not a diagnosis, it is a pattern, and it often shows up before anything else does. If you want one practical check, notice your first 10 minutes after waking. If you are instantly in go mode most days, your routine may be creating more activation than recovery. Moving to slide 3. Second warning sign. Your sleep looks fine on paper, but you do not feel restored. People often focus on hours, but stress shows up in quality. You fall asleep, but wake up at 3 a.m. with a busy brain. Or you sleep through the night, but wake up heavy, like you ran a marathon in your dreams. A healthy routine can cause this when it stacks stimulants, late intense training, big evening screen time, a very low-calorie day, or a schedule that leaves no decompression window. And here is the subtle version. You start treating sleep like another performance metric. You chase the perfect bedtime, perfect routine, perfect data. That pressure can backfire. A calmer approach is to protect a buffer zone. A short period where nothing is optimized. Dimmer light, slower pace, simple hydration, maybe a warm shower, not as a ritual to win sleep, but as a cue that the day is ending. Moving to slide 4. Third warning sign. Your workouts are getting harder, but your results are not matching the effort. This is the classic stress trap. You add more sessions, more intensity, more cardio. You think you are being consistent, but your body is quietly asking for recovery. Signs can include slower progress, nagging aches, or feeling unusually sore for days. Another big one is your warm-up feels harder than it used to. You need more time to feel coordinated. And mentally you might dread sessions you used to enjoy. Not because you are lazy, because your system is already loaded before you start. A sustainable routine has hard days and easy days on purpose. Easy days are not a failure. They are where adaptation happens. If every day is medium hard, you live in a gray zone that can keep stress high without giving you the benefits of true intensity. So if effort keeps rising and capacity keeps falling, that is a warning sign worth respecting. Moving to slide 5. Fourth warning sign. You are constantly tracking steps, macros, heart rate, sleep scores, fasting windows, training zones. The problem is not the tools, it is the relationship. If the data makes you calmer and more flexible, great. But if you feel guilty when the numbers are wrong, that is stress. If you cannot enjoy a meal without calculating, if you cannot rest without proving you earned it, that is stress. A lot of people think tracking creates control. Sometimes it does, but for many people it creates vigilance, and vigilance is basically low-grade fight or flight. Try this test. If your tracker died for a week, would you feel free or panicked? If the answer is panicked, your routine might be running you. A healthier middle ground is periodic tracking. Use it as a short audit, then step back. Keep 1 or 2 anchor behaviors, like protein at meals or a step range, and let the rest be human. Moving to slide 6. Fifth warning sign. Your clean eating is making food stressful. This can look like fear of certain ingredients, or a shrinking list of safe meals, or avoiding social situations because you cannot control the menu. Sometimes it is not fear, it is just constant negotiation in your head. There is a difference between structure and rigidity. Structure is, I have a plan most days. Rigidity is, if the plan breaks, I spiral. Also, undereating is a common hidden stressor. If you are training hard, working hard, and sleeping poorly, but also running a big calorie deficit, your body reads that as scarcity. Studies show perceived scarcity can raise stress hormones and disrupt sleep and recovery. A quick reality check. If your hunger is intense at night, or you think about food all day, that is not willpower. That is biology. A healthier routine includes flexibility, enough total energy, and meals that feel satisfying. Moving to slide 7. Sixth warning sign. Your digestion gets weird. Bloating, reflux, constipation, or a stomach that feels tight when you eat. Digestion is sensitive to stress because it is not the body's top priority when your nervous system is in mobilize mode. Blood flow and attention shift away from the gut. Some people also change what they eat when they are stressed. More sweeteners, more protein bars, more rushed meals. And there is another angle. If your routine has you eating quickly between meetings, or eating standing up, or eating while scrolling, you are not giving your brain a clear signal that it is safe to digest. A simple experiment is to slow 1 meal per day. Sit down, chew more, breathe through your nose between bites. Keep it boring. If symptoms improve, that is useful information. If digestive issues are persistent or severe, it is worth discussing with a clinician. But as a warning sign, gut changes often show up early, when a healthy routine is actually too stressful. Moving to slide 8. Seventh warning sign. Your mood narrows. You are doing all the right things, but you are less patient, less playful, and less interested in people. This is a big one, because it is easy to rationalize. You tell yourself you are just focused, or you are in a grind season. But chronic stress often shows up as emotional tunnel vision. You might notice you are quicker to snap, or you feel flat, not sad, just dulled, or you feel anxious without a clear reason. A healthy routine can cause this when it removes too much joy. Every meal is optimized. Every workout is scheduled. Every evening is recovery protocol. There is no room for spontaneity. Humans need downshifts, social time, hobbies with no metrics, even simple things like music while cooking, or a walk with no pace goal. If your routine is improving your body but shrinking your life, that is a warning sign. Health is supposed to expand your capacity, not compress your personality. Moving to slide 9. Eighth warning sign. You cannot take a rest day without feeling guilty. This is where healthy turns into identity. Rest is no longer a tool, it becomes a threat. If you skip a workout, you feel like you are falling behind. If you eat differently, you feel like you ruined the week. That guilt is not motivation, it is stress conditioning. Your brain has learned that safety equals control, and control equals doing the routine perfectly. A healthier mindset is to treat rest as part of training, not the absence of training. Studies on adaptation show the body improves during recovery. Muscles rebuild. The nervous system recalibrates. Sleep consolidates learning. Try a reframe. A rest day is not a zero. It is a deposit. And if you want something concrete, plan rest with the same seriousness as workouts. Put it on the calendar, not because you need permission, but because your body responds well to predictable downshifts. Moving to slide 10. Ninth warning sign. Your schedule has no white space. You can have great habits, but if they are packed back to back, your nervous system never lands. Workout, commute, work, meal prep, chores, bedtime routine. It is all productive, and it is all load. White space is not laziness. It is processing time. It is when your brain integrates the day. It is when you breathe differently. It is when your body stops bracing. A common mistake is using self-care to fill every gap. 10-minute mobility, 5-minute meditation, cold shower, supplements. Even if those things help, stacking them can feel like more tasks. A better goal is one true off-ramp per day. 15 minutes where you do nothing that improves you. You can sit, you can stretch gently if it feels good. You can drink water. But you are not fixing anything. If your routine cannot tolerate white space, it is probably not a health routine. Moving to slide 11. 10th warning sign: you get sick more often, or small injuries keep popping up. No one is immune to colds or random aches, but if you notice a pattern of frequent sniffles, lingering soreness, or recurring strains, it can be a sign your recovery budget is low. Stress affects immune function. Studies show chronic stress can reduce certain immune responses and increase inflammation markers. Add hard training, poor sleep, and underfueling, and you get a perfect setup for feeling run down. The mistake is pushing harder to stay consistent. Consistency is not doing the maximum, it is doing what you can recover from. A practical approach is to watch your baseline. If you are getting sick every few weeks, or you are always managing a minor injury, consider reducing intensity for a cycle. Keep movement, keep strength work lighter, prioritize sleep and enough food. Your goal is resilience. A routine that breaks you is not a healthy routine, even if it looks impressive. Moving to slide 12. 11th warning sign. Your heart rate trends shift in a way that feels off. Not in a scary way. More like you feel winded faster, or your heart rate runs higher than usual at the same pace. Wearables can help here, but you do not need one. You can notice it by feel. A normal walk feels harder. A warm-up spikes your breathing. This can happen when you are under-recovered, dehydrated, underfueled, or carrying a lot of life stress. And yes, healthy habits can contribute if you stack early morning training, too little sleep, and not enough calories. If you do track metrics, look for trends, not single days. One weird workout means nothing. 2 weeks of higher than normal effort for the same output is information. The fix is usually boring. More sleep consistency, more easy aerobic work, fewer all-out sessions, more fluids and electrolytes if appropriate, and sometimes simply eating more. Your body is not failing. It is negotiating with the total load you are giving it. Moving to slide 13. Now let's pull it together. If you recognized a few signs, the answer is not to quit being healthy. It is to redesign the routine so it lowers stress instead of raising it. Here is a simple model. Think in 3 levers: load, fuel, and downshift. Load means training intensity, volume, and schedule density. If you are doing hard workouts, keep them hard, but fewer. Add real easy days. Add at least one day that is just walking and light mobility. Fuel means enough total calories, enough protein, and enough carbs for your activity. Not perfect, just adequate. Underfueling is one of the fastest ways to make a routine feel stressful. Downshift means daily nervous system cues. A buffer before bed, a short walk after meals, a few minutes of slow breathing, and also actual fun. Pick one lever to adjust first. If you change everything at once, you create more pressure. Small changes, then reassess in 2 weeks. Moving to slide 14. One last piece. How do you know your routine is truly healthy? It is not just your body composition or your step count. It is how you function. A healthy routine should make you more stable, better sleep, more even energy, better focus, more patience, and a body that feels capable, not constantly on the edge. So here is your quick self-check. Rate your routine from 1 to 10 on 2 scales, results and stress. If results are a 7, but stress is an 8, that is not a win. If results are a 6 and stress is a 3, you are probably closer to something sustainable. If you want to keep building this skill, follow for more, and leave a comment with a forced choice. Which one is your biggest stress trigger? A. Overtraining, or B. Overtracking. This information is not a substitute for medical advice. High energy is a biological state, not motivation.